Not this time. My brother's going solo, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody... The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight.
Wow! I can trick!
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to...
Exciting stuff, is
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. So, how did you two first...
Well, I was out of... Children love magic, because they're willing to believe in things that... And somehow, I felt drawn...
Aw, that sounds...
It was with a flower. I was so...
Oh, that's so cute!
Is that right? Then I suppose he's... After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might...
That's right. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but...
right. Yes, you can breathe easy now.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act?
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform the final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but...
Linny? Don't we have more important... Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment...
all in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking.
Really? Well then...
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and after weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar.
So...
Being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. But I just have one question. You seem to think...
Don't worry, Lorenzo said, but I never believed that he was the Weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very... Caesar was maligned and hated by all. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of...
Wait. So you mean... Oh, but why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why did...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in you having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But...
An excellent answer. Though sadly,
Is that right?
as a matter of fact, why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only...
Of course. After all, if I had to guess. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on. Using twigs and dirt. This was her only source of happiness in life. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time... This was a fate too cruel for anyone to... I detest the I will rob them of everything they hold.
That's some pretty...
Does this story satisfy...
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear...
Huh. That's right. What? Because without that, none of this would...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Linny... Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now?
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Well, no need for me to be coy. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe.
10 years? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two... He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or...
We remember all our debt. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn, but we did not forget.
And? What exact...
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is... I think that applies to you too. Life took many things.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Back to Lorenzo for a second. He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give... You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know... But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing... I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick, but we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you will...
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lenny said, when you're ready,
but what about Gemma?
she'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh,
All right. Well...
Sometimes I think I'm like...
magicians are not. Thieves only tear things apart.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned...
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just...
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was really worth it. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask... Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, yeah, that's probably it. All right, let's... Are you all right? Paimon was scared to death.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling... Sometimes... Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever...
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived but I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so I needed to learn how to improve. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by our...
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was... In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, but in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat, what amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was Trust is a beautiful thing.
Linny...
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the house of... After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our... That night, I remembered his smile. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident.
Yeah, cheer up. We've had to say our fair share of delicious food, fun toys. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kinda make you Paimon's
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. Life has taken plenty from us like it did from... That's why the darkness never consumed me and why it never will. Maybe we live in the Alright, time to lighten this
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation.
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly...
Aw, come on!
Oh, alright then. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand!
Huh? My goodness, you're right! But I could have sworn...
3, 2...
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared...
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower, but more importantly, Paimon has to know how...
Well, if you want to learn magic...
Fine! Please, teacher, please!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you.
Is that it?
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my I look forward to seeing you.
All right, shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read. Let's head to the Steambird's office.